Welcome back to another episode of The Drive. I'm Bakari.
I'm Jules.
I keep forgetting.
Cid.
And today on this episode, we are interviewing Cid. Cid is. You take over this one. You know more.
I know Sid is a creative. I've been following him on Instagram for a couple years now. Been watching his photography, and I've always been a fan of his style. He did the cover art for an EP that I haven't released yet, called The Corner Market, and yeah, I think it's good to the Corner Market EP. Yeah,
That's fire.
Wait, what'd you tell it?
The Corner Market EP.
Oh, hey, word. Yeah, I definitely didn't know you titled that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This nigga's dropping Easter eggs and shit.
It's not out yet. Damn, who was that?
Please relax.
All right, my bad.
Damn, made me looking too like shit.
My bad. They caught me off.
She already gonna
Caught me off guard. Let me adjust my posture. But yeah, tell us a bit about yourself and just some things that I might not know.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait. Start with how you got your start.
So wait, hold on. First, I was gonna say, it's funny being on here. Not even funny. It's dope being on here, given that this is the first time I'm meeting them
Facts.
in person. Before this, I've been acquainted with them on social media. I like y'all work. I've been acquainted with Jules longer though. We just been chopping it up. Sometimes he be sending me his beats. I fuck with them. And in that case of doing that EP cover, something that's so funny to me, and something I still think about to this day is like, bro hit me up like, hey bro, can you make this cover, etc. And I don't know if I gave you a price at the time or some shit, but I pretty much did it in like a day, and I did it in 15 minutes, no bullshit. Made this shit in 15 minutes, and I tell him like, hey man, it wasn't even anything that serious. I did it so fast, like 25. And I think that's what it was. I had already quoted him something like 40 to 50. And I told him like, nah, bro, I did it so fast, like I'll take like 25 and you good. He goes, nah, bro, I want to pay you like what it's worth, like what your time's worth, all that in the third. And that just be sticking with me because like, you know what, bro, you so right. Even if it took me 10 minutes, 15 minutes, however long it take me, the time doesn't always necessarily equate. And that's just something that has been sticking with me.
Most niggas won't do that. Most niggas be like,
but I mean, that's something like as a producer, like working with people, feeling like what value do you want to? You gotta always, because if you it's like if you're selling drugs, right? Like that's the best way I could put it. Like somebody that's
too many
like
discounts. You can't be doing too many discounts.
Yeah, exactly. You can't be giving everybody like a discount because then you're not making any money. You might only be breaking even. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is happy smoking their weed or whatever, and you know what I'm saying. You still got bills to pay and shit like that. So
you know what I was thinking about? It's like sometimes you be quoting different prices for different work, and it just be like that. But sometimes the prices just be too much. It's like somebody gonna be like, oh yeah, I know, so he did this work for me, and he did it for this much. And the bird gonna be like, huh? But he did this work for It's like motherfucker gonna start feeling finesse. It's like, no, I gotta have a code. Like this is the average that we speaking on. So if it's a little less or more, like there's no surprises. It's about the level of work that you're doing. So, yeah.
Yeah, shit. And then I mean, even like people that be throwing discounts, the discounts don't be nothing crazy. But I feel like it just like if you're throwing discounts, it should only really be to help promote whatever you have going on and just like give people incentive to look at whatever you're doing.
Type. Like not just trying to like get something out right now. I guess I will say I do want to talk about beats, but I guess I'll real quick introduce myself since I'm just a face here right now. My name is Cid. I would like to say I'm a general creative. Like I love writing, I love videography, I love photography, and kind of all that has kind of over the years melded together. It's crazy because it started really with reading in my bedroom. And then from reading in my bedroom, it went to like, okay, now I'm watching movies. And from watching movies, I was like, damn, you're seeing some beautiful stuff, or you're just seeing things that you're not going to see a reality. Like, I'm not going to see some crazy spy shit go down in my reality. I'm not going to see some crazy plot about romance play out when that's not my reality. So like seeing these moments, seeing these stories play out, I was like, wait, this is kind of cool. And from there, I was like, meeting people that started doing photography. I'm like, wait, I want to kind of capture a moment too. I want to start doing this photography shit, and all that kind of just went into like a mixer. And I started doing scripts. I started making videos, doing photography.
When would
And
you say you got your creative itch? Like, what age were you around? Like,
had to be 14, 15.
Hmm.
And that wasn't even like me doing that creative thing. That was just me having the seed put in the ground where again I started reading books. And when you're reading, not everybody can. I guess not everybody has like that imagination in their head, but I'm reading, I'm watching shit go down. I'm
Mind's
like,
eye.
say what?
Mind's eye.
A mind's eye? What is that?
Like your mind's eye, like the eye that you have in your head. Like when you can visualize shit, you can like picture things.
Type shit. So I'll be reading. I'm like, I'm seeing some shit, and then again movies, and then over time I started to meet people that were doing those things in around me, whatever, and I'm like, shit, I wanna get in on that too. I think I like this, and I think I've been doing this since 2018, so 2025. I think we like 5, 6
So
years
that's
in.
the same. That's like the same time I started making beats. 2018. That was the first. Like 2018 was when I consider the year that I probably 2017 is when I started like using like my software and shit like that and learning how to do it. But I'd say like I'd started making full beats in 2018. So
2018.
that's funny.
When'd you start, Kari? Or where'd you start? Because y'all probably didn't even start with this music shit. Like it could have.
Yeah,
y'all
no.
probably started somewhere else.
I was a boxer, so I've been a
Yeah.
boxer since I was 7, and boxing it was like that discipline that you learn from it. You take it like how you do anything is how you do everything, and I've taken that in all aspects of life. So like I always could sing, so I didn't think of it as like a talent. You know what I mean? Like people say, oh, if I could sing like you, I would sing all the time. But when you can sing, you don't sing all the time. You know what I mean? Like it's just something you naturally do. It's just like you don't even think about it.
It's coming from a different place.
100%.
Coming from a whole different place.
I didn't see it as obtainable. Like like I didn't see Chris Brown and be like, oh, I could do that. Like I just saw him as, oh, that's Chris Brown. He dope as fuck. Like you know what I mean? Like but I grew up in the boxing. Like oh, this is I'm seeing real results based on the training I'm putting in, based on the fights and all the.
So where did that bleed into? Like where else did that bleed into?
It bled into work. Like I was culinary. I went into culinary school. Like you can see the.
And I also mean like creatively. Like where did like has boxing shaped like, sometimes the way the process of like your production or
I would say confidence
or like work.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like confidence in the sense of you can see in real time. Like you don't base your success off of what other people say about you. You base your success off of comparing it to yourself.
It's a journey. Like you're not worried about the lane next to you.
At all.
Like this is what I'm doing right now, and it's gonna look like what I'm doing.
Some people see it as cocky. Some people see it as conceited, but it's just a confidence that you have. Like that delusion that they say you have to have in yourself to pursue the unrealistic, like the unobtainable. Like it was already that. So when you're living it, it's not hard to do it. It's just you're not convincing people. You're showing yourself, proving yourself right. Doesn't necessarily mean proving others wrong.
It's funny you say the whole like other people see it as like hockey or what was the other thing? Conceited. By the way, y'all, I'm probably gonna be saying that a lot. I hit a blinker before I got here, so yeah. But it's funny because you be when you're doing this, you're like your own worst critic. So
yeah,
I'm gonna speak for myself when I say this. Sometimes I'm in the mindset of like, man, I'm gonna keep doing this shit, and sometimes I don't even like what the fuck I be putting out. And it's this idea that sometimes I tell myself, keep going though, because in a year when you look back at the shit you don't like, you gonna realize, yeah, hey, there was a reason why I didn't like it or I did like it, and the shit I'm doing now is that thing I wanted to be doing. And then I'm probably gonna hit that wave again of like, oh, I grew this shit. I want to do it different. I want to approach this shit differently.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna do another hurdle. Like, man.
Yeah, I feel you. I still to this day I feel like make beats that I know I'm never gonna use, and I just look at it like practice. Like I'm building skills or I'm just putting my reps in.
Type shit. I think I low key in the past 2 years kind of let go of that value of you gotta put the reps in. Like it's cool you picked it up, but you gotta put the reps in. Like whatever that looks like for you, really, and whatever it is you're doing, you gotta put the reps in.
Yeah,
you gotta put the reps in. And I've been doing more of that lately now because I really saw myself in a place. I'm like, yeah, I'm at where I'm at, but like, how do I want to get past where I'm at right now? And whether that be the creative side of my life or even personal aspects of my life, it was like, man,
Hell yeah. So
Like,
you
oh,
said
y'all
you
want
wanted to talk. You want to talk about beats. What was what you have
Yeah.
in mind?
Man, I just been yesterday. I had an hour and a half.
I just want to point out that this nigga lit up once he said beats. He was like,
Wait, what do you mean he lit? Oh, he said,
like
oh
he lit,
yeah.
like he was,
All right.
he was locked
So
in.
I'm not making beats, but like, bro, in the last, no, like yesterday, I spent like an hour and a half near the end of the night just trying to find a beat for my like video that I had coming out. And you know,
Yeah.
I'm on YouTube doing the whole free beats on YouTube. I'm looking at all those sites where they got like some lo-fi, chill, whatever stuff you can put on the background. And I already knew that wasn't for me, so I went to YouTube on that old school, like you know, Kanye type of old
Type
old
beats
beat,
and
like
shit, yeah.
like type beats, right?
Yeah.
Free type beats. Man, I was going down a rabbit hole. I went down J. Cole. I went down Kanye. I went down 21 Savage. That was not it. I went down Tame Impala.
That's exactly why I don't make type beats, because you could have good beats and it would get lost in the sea of bullshit that's on YouTube.
Bro, and I ain't even hit you with the part about it that really is the funny for me, the kicker. So, anyways, a beat I saw on is on some Pharrell shit. I was like, this is fire. And thank God it's free to use. So it's free to use for me, and I'm gonna say this so that other people that are doing videos as well and need that background track. So free to use for nonprofit use. If your video is not does not have ads, like you're not profiting for making this video, right? You're just making an informative video. You're not trying to chop up the beat and make put your lyrics on it. Because that's licensing at that point. That's not just using the beat.
Yeah,
for
you
free,
run into copyright strikes and shit
right?
after that.
It's like cannot be used in this region.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. I checked the producer. He goes, yeah, all good for you to use. So I got like a Pharrell type beat on my video right now, and it's just hitting. And the other thing about it too, though, in that hour and a half that I was, combing through YouTube trying to find what I thought were good beats for the aesthetic of this video. I mean, I'm reading Mac Miller type of beat. I'm reading the Weeknd type of beat. Drake type of beat. No, I was listening to shit like, no, these niggas would not rap on this beat. And I'm not
Yo,
here.
that'd be it. It'd be
Bro, I'm not on this podcast to be a hater. But this is just some shit that happened to me yesterday that frustrated me. That's funny. That's within the realm of music that they're gonna tell me something about. But either way, that was just
That's true.
At some point, bro, I started going to so many, bro, that I'm like, bro, no, he not gonna rap on your beat, bro. Who told you this, bro?
Bro, that's why I started making beats, because I would look for beats to rap on, and I never found anything that I like. Like, I'd be on YouTube for like 3 hours and I couldn't find one beat that I wanted to like rap on, let alone buy off the nigga that was uploading it. So yeah, I was like, I gotta make my own shit.
I ain't gonna lie, I do got some homies that be making beats. I mean, y'all make beats. I might have to just start hitting
why did you?
I was gonna say I got
to get some
hella
beats.
throwaways that I be putting in our videos just because it's like I don't be using them. So
I'll tell y'all why. Because I will say y'all did come to my mind. I have some other homies that came to my mind. But I was seeking the instant gratification of like...
You doing it all yourself?
Like, what?
Yeah. Doing it all yourself?
The whole process of shooting, editing. Sometimes I actually have a homie help me with the shooting, because you really sometimes can't do everything yourself. But the editing process I do myself. And that's then... That is the fun part. Mm-hmm. And even like the promotional aspect of it. So like whatever I'm sharing on social media, like it all comes down to me, how I present myself. But with the beat stuff though, I was seeking the instant gratification. So I already found that beat online that I'm like, this is the one I want. I know it's gonna work. I didn't want to have to be like, hey, to my homies, like, yo, can y'all send me some beats? And then everything they send me, probably 4 or 5 beats or more, don't hit. So, and this is the thing too. It could have hit, right? Maybe y'all would have sent something that would have hit. But in my mind, I'm like, no, I want to have this. I want to have this done tomorrow. I want to have this done tonight. Like, I don't want to have to comb. I don't want to have to do none of that. I already found the one I want, and luckily it worked out.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about basically that process of seeking instant gratification when it comes to the work. Have y'all had that recently at all, where like you probably cutting corners or rushing?
100%. And I feel like we get that when we set ourselves a deadline. Mm-hmm. And you start approaching, because we've always been the type to set ourselves, okay, this is what we need to see by this time. Mm-hmm. But once you set yourself that deadline, that starts killing the creativity unconsciously. Like, you start thinking, okay, crunch time. Now we have to push. We have like this project, Keenan and Kel, that we had come out. Mm-hmm. We put our heart and soul. Like, you'll listen to this project and it's fire, cover to cover.
I did listen to this. I did enjoy it.
But we had different aspect or different visions for it, different
Like
outcomes.
it still isn't necessarily
what we wanted.
Okay.
And it's like I have a biased opinion because it's us.
So wait, is this due to trying to reach that deadline, or is it due to because come that deadline y'all gave yourself, it was like this is where we're at with this? Which one is it?
Okay, it was trying to reach the deadline. Just to answer the question, it's to try to reach the deadline, but also with the outside not obstacles.
Yeah, I would say obstacles.
what are you labeling obstacles?
Like going to the studio is one example.
Yeah. Okay. So when you work with an engineer, because
like we record our own demos and we make the songs ourselves. We still have to take it to a studio.
And every time we go, we say, "There's no way that we can mess this up because we have the demo, we have how it sounds, we have the stems."
Bro, y'all pulling up to the what do they call it? Secretary of State with all the paperwork, right? Y'all think y'all need?
Thinking we're good. We have our appointment schedule. We're standing in line, still checking in everything. We think we're good, but then somehow, some way, there's something that you need to go back and do this. Come back after. Like that's how it feels.
Damn.
So to your point, it's like a deadline thing to a point of okay, now it's killing the creativity because we already have this deadline, we have this date set, we already promoted it to the world. Like that's one thing we have to be better with is promoting after the finished product instead of promoting as we're, because we know what we want it to be like.
I had to learn that one too,
and like it hurts when you're kind of disappointed in yourself because you're like, we know it could have been done.
It could have been better.
Like,
could have been done. Could have been better. Type shit.
Like what summer?
Yeah. Like it was,
but sometimes you need to just do it too. Sometimes you need to fuck it. It served its purpose. Everything happened for a reason.
Then when you get hung up on it, then it starts feeling like maybe we're dragging, maybe we're overthinking, maybe we're. But
it's gonna make y'all. It's gonna make the next thing y'all do
100
way better because in the way y'all present it.
1000%. Like
man.
But yeah, to answer your question, 100%. Like I definitely get that.
Yeah, and we have like an idea of what we're shooting for just because we meet up with our manager and we'll talk about like just kind of what his expectations are for the level that we're at.
Because it doesn't hurt to have that guiding force.
Not at all.
Like what's attainable for us, just even for like where we're at right now.
Let me ask you then, like someone in their position, what are you guys hearing right now from them? Like, what are they looking from you guys? Like, what are they looking? Yeah, that's what
if anything,
like,
I feel like
he's from you guys.
He's not looking from the creative point of view. He's looking from the marketing. Okay, what strategy? Like, what is our execution plan? Like, he'll map it out to you. Like, okay, you have this. That's cool and all, but what is your plan to do with this that you have? Where are the visuals?
How do you want to present it to the world?
Which is 1000% how you achieve what you're.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, making the actual music is only like
10% of it, if that. Like we don't think of it from that point. We think of it. Well, we just did all this time doing this.
That alone takes so much energy. So then
you have to have that person to be like, okay, now we have to push this like the crack that you just made. Like it's not gonna smoke itself.
Man, okay. So y'all talking about like the ingredients it takes to make this baby, right? With that whole getting visual shit, I'm not the biggest fan of watching music videos, but sometimes I see some music videos. I'm like, a nigga behind his camera gives a fuck about his job.
100%.
Like, he gives a fuck about his job.
You can tell if they do or don't,
right? Yeah. And with that said, it also reflects on the artist. Cause like this is what you're trying to present to me that your idea is looking like, right? And then all right, cool. Like I just said, I'm not always the biggest fan of music videos. What I do look for sometimes when you on YouTube looking for music. Some songs will have just like a visualizer, and I ain't gonna lie, I've come to appreciate that to a higher degree now. Where it's like, yesterday I'm looking at these beats, right? The motherfucker they're putting on these free type beats. Motherfuckers got AIR on it. I'm like, you don't even give a fuck. You don't even like. I'm looking at Tyler on a bike next to this buggy. I'm like, this ain't even a real photo. You don't give a fuck. So just an example of being like an artist really giving a fuck about those nitty gritties, right? Like,
and it's crazy that you pointed that out because I've seen somebody put his own created beats to a video of him cleaning his house because it's showing that not only did I make the beat, but look, I'm doing
some
this.
Visual shit.
It was dope. It was aesthetic as fuck. I was like, this is fire.
Aesthetic as fuck. I fuck with it then. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta count those. Y'all count those little pebbles as an artist on. I feel like in every demographic, fucking matters. Like, get the visual aspect of your idea in check, bro. That's kind of the idea I was thinking about when y'all said that shit. I'm like, man.
Yeah, like we have 2 music videos out right now. One of them we love, and the other one we're like iffy about, and they were both done by the same person. And what? It's one of those things. It's one of those things where.
Wait, you say you feel iffy about it?
Yeah.
The second one, just because you could tell it was like last minute shoot. It felt like the location that we shot at. There was a lot less thought and effort put into it overall, even from like a performance aspect and how many takes we might have did. It took us like an hour to shoot.
That's good time though.
It is good time for like a music video, like to get like at least 3 or 4 different angles. It's pretty good, especially for 2 artists. So from like I just noticed that when we put like our effort into it more and we have like our both feet in it, just the actual outcome will always be better, even when like collaborating with someone on the visual level.
Type shit.
The point that I want to like feed off of what he just said is when someone doesn't have the same drive, no pun intended, the same drive behind the art that you have, like say it's not their art, so they're like, okay, I'll just do my best effort, I'll do what you're paying me for, I'll do, you know what I mean? Like when someone doesn't care as much as you do, it's hard to execute the vision that you have. So it's easier for us to take it upon ourselves to be like, okay, let's just do it ourselves. Let's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus outsourcing.
I totally get that. It's hard to find because it comes down to trust too. Like, like
100%.
man, do I get this feeling that the work that they produce is gonna elevate or really showcase what you want to work on, how you want it to be presented? Because now it's not even coming from your mind or your hands. Like somebody else is hands on the wheel. Like and
you have to be able to sit there and trust them. Like, oh, he's gonna execute because I know. But
or she is, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
because you might see how hard they go for their own shit, so then it's like that gives you that.
You assume it's gonna be the same energy that they put into yours,
and they don't. Some people have flops. Sometimes you got flops,
but sometimes they just.
So the first person that we had mix his first project was like that. Like his shit when he would play his music, fire. The way it would be mixed, how he would record himself and his vocals, and how everything was.
This man came onto one of my songs.
Sliding.
Clean vocals. He mixed my vocals. Clean vocals on his part. Mine were like,
niggas don't care, bro.
I said I don't even need all this stuff that you put on.
I don't even know you no more. Who is this, bro? Who did this? Like,
when I tell you I can't even listen to that, like when I hear the beat, I get mad at him because he'll do it out of spite. That nigga will play the song. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
So how do y'all feel about sometimes when you have those projects with like bad recording, maybe like y'all don't ever feel like taking them down and then putting them back up later when?
No, because okay, that's a great question that you asked. Actually, we have this project. Well, I have this project, but he was a producer on it. Intoxicated, first project ever. Like I was proud of how it was written, proud of how it came. It was our first time working together. Like it was all genuine.
I think it's good.
From a listener's point of view, it's a good start, if that makes sense. A good foundation.
Yeah.
But what I hate about it is that the production is not great. Like it does not fit the work that we put into it. Not only that, but the reason
production in what way? The sound quality or like the presentation aspect?
The mixing and mastering.
Okay.
Like the vocals, you could tell where
you were at. You can tell where you were at. You can tell where you were at.
Don't hit as hard. Some of the vocals aren't as loud as they need to be.
I know what you're saying. Like it's different volumes almost.
And 100%. And then to your question, will we just take it down? The reason I leave stuff like that up is to show the growth. To show, okay, this is where we were with what we had. Yeah, and I got signed from that project. Like somebody reached out to me, and even before that, like I was like signed to shit. But like I got my manager from that project. I got like things still happen from what we had at the time.
Yeah, it opened some doors.
Also, how you just saying you getting signed regardless of that too? Sometimes you need to just do 100%. What it is you want to do, even if the quality is not gonna be to the standard that you have in your mind. Because other people are still going to see it. Other people are still going to digest it and see the vision. Because there's a vision behind it regardless of the quality.
And you know who says that the most? Tyler, the Creator. He was like, there's a guy on YouTube right now with 3 views. I'm watching that video. Like, I'm sitting there watching. I was like, that's crazy as fuck to think about.
You never know who's watching your shit.
That should be piquing my interest. You definitely, if you see a crazy, not even crazy, sometimes you see like a nonchalant title. Decent thumbnail. And it's probably got like 50 views, but you're like, wait, it uploaded a week ago. Like, it's obscured. It's 50 views. Like, let me go tap in. What's going on?
And it's fire.
Bro.
I discovered this band like that in 2017. They had like 500 views. Now they got like this whole following.
There's beauty in the unknown type shit.
100%. Man. Like, niggas weren't fucking with Tizo Touchdown. Like, I was watching his garage videos.
Man, I became a Tito fan like on his come up for real.
100%.
Like in the last 2 years.
I just saw at first I thought it was like a gimmick, like everybody else, like I'm gonna do something.
You know, it's like the new Lil Nas X type shit. Like he's
yeah.
having that marketing, like that great.
Same with him, Steve Lacy, like leaving the internet and all that shit. Like it's like
it's almost like great marketing.
Yeah,
I don't know how to
100%.
explain it, but it feels like marketing.
Yeah, but we'll never have another Frank Ocean where you don't have to put yourself out there.
Like that,
and people care like that.
Like Side A and like we don't get those. Like if she dropped the album today,
I was thinking about like, man, you're not gonna get. And that's the thing too. You know, you shouldn't be out here looking for the next. You know, so and so is gonna be like this person.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, you do have to think about like, man, we're not gonna have.
You have to think about the impact that they had on the industry too, like the Princes, the Michael Jacksons, and people chase that,
bro. People chase out, and actually that's what I'm thinking about. Like, you know, pause. Actually, I ain't got pause on that, but you know, nigga like Drake, niggas like Michael. Yeah, you don't know. Like, no, who else you know is gonna be selling arenas like Michael Jackson? Like, you know, Travis Scott, low key, kind of like. I feel like he on that precipice right now.
Not only Travis, but the tours that Chris Brown have been doing, like the numbers that this man is hitting. Like,
I ain't fuck Chris Brown like that, but he do got the popularity.
Like it's like undeniability. Like there's to an extent like.
The Weeknd too.
Yeah, 100%. Like his shit is scary how culty his shit is.
Oh yeah.
Like especially his marketing too.
But how he presents his shit, his stage presentation is the closest that I feel like in a mainstream way that we've gotten to Frank Ocean, where he does like his marketing isn't anything too crazy, and he's kind of like he has like a storyline that he's trying to like have people follow.
Type.
So that
I appreciate
comes
that
before anything else.
I appreciate that, and it's funny you say that too, because I appreciate that from a larger artist standpoint, where you know I know they have the means, I know they're the story they want to tell with this. Everyone has the story they want to tell with the work they do. Yeah. They are obviously in a position where they have the means to make that happen, whether it be the arena that is the location or it's like the presentation during the show, right? For smaller artists, I had this idea that like, man, you know, that should low key matter too. Like if you smaller, bro, like
you need to leave an impression.
It's like low key, like I'm not saying like, you know, have some crazy lights for the stage and like paint some crazy picture, but you need to give a fuck about the stage you about to be on, right?
Treat every performance like it's the performance.
Like there's more than 10 people in the room
type shit. Let's say even outside of the people, I'm talking about literally the stage, because at that point that's your personal space. That's your world, right? Mm-hmm. Why the fuck there's 5 niggas behind you right now on their phone?
That's what.
Why the cable's crazy as fuck right now? And like not that motherfuckers always give a fuck, but like how for me it's like these little things matter, bro. These little things.
Okay, we did a show recently, and one thing we noticed about the rappers was that they all had their backing vocals on, like the backing track.
Bro.
Like you're playing the song.
Yes.
And there's a delay because you don't got no in-ear monitors, you know what I'm saying? So there's already a delay. You can't understand what the nigga's saying. It sounds bad. The volume levels are already fucked.
Some rap don't translate to in-person rap.
I do want to point out what he just said. Somebody came up to me and thanked us for not having the backing tracks. He said, I appreciate you guys not having the backing tracks. I couldn't hear anything the other guys were saying.
I can't remember the last time, and this is the thing, I don't think I've gone to any concert now at this point that doesn't do a backtrack. Probably be like little Sims, you know, some artists like they song and shit. But for the most part, I'll go to a concert, the whole show backtrack.
Even if it's just ad-libs, it's always something like that shit. I don't know. I feel like it takes away more than it adds.
Yep.
Like it really.
But it also goes to show you, like back in the day, motherfuckers was really, really on the stage with
your backing track was the hype man.
You know, performing that part specifically too. Motherfuckers don't do that now.
Like
I'm not hating, but I just peeped it.
It's because we're in such a short attention span.
I forgot. That low key played the little. That plays, you know, that's a little teaspoon in there. That teaspoon of that.
People are showing up for these.
For a 15-second clip of the song. They don't know how the whole song sounds. And then that shit low key be better than the song
that they liked until they got to that point.
So I'm gonna say this right now. I do not go to a concert. I typically 9 out of 10 times do not go to a concert if I didn't already like 80% of the songs off the album. The fuck I look like being there in person.
Paying somebody to listen to songs you don't even listen to.
I don't even listen to. Now sometimes though, there is pleasure in the on my homie like, yo, come through. I'm gonna go hit this show. You don't know the artist. You don't know nobody on the lineup. Man, you better get put on some new music. Either you gonna fuck with it or you not. But and that's cool.
That comes back to the performance and how well they sell you on their music too. I feel like if it's a new person.
Type shit. But to have heard a song on TikTok, maybe only heard the one song for an artist off of TikTok, or another, only 15 seconds. Show up, put my phone out. I'm not even in the moment because I put my phone out. I'm trying to record, and I only know the one bar. And then when it stopped, you hear me not sing no more.
Emphasis on not even in the moment. Pulling your phone
Bro,
out, like, what are you there for? You were the people you want posted for.
And sometimes it's cool. Like, I get it. You want to get the moment. I'm totally with it too. Some niggas be in that bitch the whole time. My phone got to eat first. Bro. In the moment. I remember, no cap, I went to a Kendrick concert in Detroit like about a year ago or two. I'm in that bitch, on my phone, nigga, all I hear in the background is me. And my voice cracking because I'm yelling. It's not even like, and like niggas can't hear you because the whole stadium thing, so it don't even matter.
Oh shit,
bruh. Man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, let's get some of these questions.
Yeah. It's a part of the segment where we do rapid fire questions.
Let's do it.
We've been talking about marketing a lot, so what I want to know is from like a marketing standpoint, because what the type of work that you do would be considered behind the scenes, but we're in an age where like you don't have to market yourself that way, like Gunnar Stahl or Cole Bennett. Do you feel like you would rather market yourself as like would you rather be like behind the scenes and because you know you can still get work regardless, or do you think it's better to market yourself?
Man, I think it's finding a balance because for a long time was on that spectrum of like, if you go to my social media, I didn't, if you knew me on social media before it became a bubble, I had photos of me on there. After a while, no, I'm not on there promoting myself. I'm probably on my story, sure, because that's where you could be personable. But there's no reason for me to be showcasing my personal life on my feed. That's not what I'm on there to do. I'm here to do the hee hee ha ha sometimes, but I'm there to showcase my work. I want y'all to see that shit. And then with that said, damn, my eyes kind of lost thought, though.
No, you're good.
What was the question again?
Marketing.
Oh yeah.
So like basically
that's crazy.
like it'd be like that.
That's crazy.
So like, would you rather
kids don't smoke weed no more, bro? Leave that shit behind, bro. Don't smoke weed, bro.
Would you rather market yourself as would you rather be like behind the scenes or like up front?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, it takes balance. And so again, I was coming from that spectrum where it's so funny how it came back to me. I didn't showcase myself, but man, I mean, if niggas don't know who you are and what you're doing, I mean, you're not gonna get very far. That's something I've come to learn, and so now I'm kind of in this space where I am trying to market myself because I feel like, I feel like I'm a multi-creative. I'm not here to just do photography. I'm not here to just do video. I think my knowledge can go further than that. Like, I feel like I like the realm of marketing a little bit, especially when it comes to the idea of artistry. I like writing, right? So what that means for me is like I want to be able to write scripts. I want to be able to be a producer in some level. So I have to, as much as I'm not trying to showcase too much of myself, I do have to put myself out there and show people that, this is Cid. This is what Cid does. And that does matter. I'm not saying be super personable, but like Cole Bennett, at least you know Cole Bennett, he gonna be in front of the camera at some point. You've seen videos of him on a set. You've seen videos of him talking.
Yeah,
you've seen
and that's why I use him as an example because he's not necessarily trying to be upfront.
That
you know
part,
what I'm saying?
That
but
part
you still
right
know
there.
who he is. You still see him, and he can talk in front of a camera.
Exactly, and I'm now trying to. Okay, I peeped. I'm trying to get on that.
He got to the point where people will click on the Lyrical Lemonade video because it's a Lyrical Lemonade video, not because it's the artist. Like they'll fall for an artist based on the video now versus come to
shit. And that's crazy to me. And that is crazy to me.
I think that's how he started doing the shit, was like putting people on through his videos once he realized that he had that platform.
Yeah, he was doing that.
And his credibility went from videography to now he has great taste in music because these are people.
Now Lyrical Lemonade has an album out. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll say I'm not looking for that, that plateau specifically, or that aesthetic. I just more so want to be that dude that's like, again, I don't got to be out there for real, but you know who I am. You know what I do. If you're looking for that genius to, add that thing you need for that work, it's like, oh yeah, Cid, like he that dude. Like I know he gonna get this right. He got people, or he know how to do this. Like that's what I'm looking for.
That credibility
Type shit in the craft.
Yeah.
In the craft.
Yeah, in the craft. Not on some like clout shit, but actually like your skill and like what you can do. Yeah.
And being known, having the clout. Sure, it do a little something. Cloud don't do shit though, for real. Like cloud
it just
don't
gets
bring
people to look, but when they
get
look,
people
you
to
still
look.
gotta have some shit that's worth looking at.
I'm gonna tell you right now, 80% of people that look. This is the thing too about this thing. 80% of people that look not paying, nigga. So,
That's what
you need more than clout. You looking for that portfolio. You looking for that credibility in the craft to really set yourself apart from everybody, so people know what you do. And that's kind of why now I'm like, damn, you know, I should be trying to put myself in front of the camera. Versus before, I was like, nah, I want to be private.
Them followers do not equate to your bank account.
Followers do not equate to your bank account. What Kari just said.
Definitely not.
Put that shit. Quote. Star in the background going by. Followers do not equate to bank account.
What are some highs you've experienced as like a freelance artist?
Challenging work that I have had fun on. Being paid has definitely been a highlight. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm always looking to be paid. But definitely where my heart gravitates towards when you're asking me this question is the fulfillment I've gotten from certain work where I'm like, okay, I haven't done this before, or I was in an uncomfortable, like, you know, I got thrown in the deep end. I may not be the most comfortable right now in the equipment and the setting that I have, and overcoming those obstacles or just having those realizations for me is like, yep, that's why I do it. That's the fulfillment.
It's like a sign that you should keep doing it type shit too.
Type shit. How about y'all?
Shit, I'm gonna say.
It don't even gotta be like on that rap shit too. It could be something that like feeds into this shit, right?
I mean, for me, it's whenever, like, okay, we got this song on our project called Time Will Tell, and I'm more proud of the production of the song because it's so different than anything that we've done, and we knew that when we were making it, and it was one of those things where like how we said earlier, we always work around like deadlines. This was like we were just like, let's just make something just because like we were doing some other shit.
Said, let's make an R&B ass song.
Yeah.
And it.
Nice.
It just kept getting bigger each sound you choose and how like the pattern's going, and then you kind of figure out your direction more, and just the high of that, like what you're experiencing when you're doing that in that flow state is for me. That's like a crazy high.
That pocket, when you know, however that pocket is for everyone, that flow state, it's like that moment of realizing like everything I've done till now equates to me having the knowledge to right now make some shit that I'm like
for this
I'm
moment.
like, whoa, this is hidden, like this is flowing through me right now.
I know what this means now.
When you get it, or like when you're writing a line or something, you get excited about it to where you like, oh, I can't wait to record this shit. Like this is about.
Or when you're in disbelief that you came up with that.
Yeah.
Type shit, the disbelief.
That's my favorite part.
Like, where did this come from?
Bro, I'd be at the desk looking at shit by myself, like, damn, I ate that. I just thought to myself like, damn, bro, that was good. Like what?
Like you have to see one of our studio sessions. Like we go from literally shit talking.
Jules has invited me though. Jules has invited me like I think over a year ago to like a couple studio sessions. Just ain't work out though.
Because we go from shit talking and people be looking at us like, how the fuck do they work?
It's a flow. It's a flow.
Boom.
It's a flow. Y'all be spitfiring on the mic. Like y'all just ever just
freestyle.
Just freestyle.
That's kind of how he writes a little bit. I feel like he'll.
Like I can't write. I don't write to a beat.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Like I can't write while the beat's playing. Like I'll hear it and like, okay, I have an idea, but then
I only write to beats. Like I only write to a like I don't have verses just in my phone. I'll make a beat and then I'll be like, I can rap on this, and I'll write to that beat. But it's not like I don't write just for like the sake of it's like a songwriting tool, I guess, more so than anything.
Man, I'll be more on the writing to a beat, but what I found is it does not translate to the when you on the mic, like
once you hear it, you're
like, wait, hold on, like I got too many syllables in this bitch. Like it's not
syllable count.
And that's when you okay, so to your point, do we spitfire? Yeah, we do. But then once we notice that, okay, there's something we have to shorten or something we have to dumb down to for the broad, you know what I mean?
Like, that's like the technical.
It was like, oh, we're cooking. Then we're like, okay, that's a good idea, but let's simplify it. You know what I mean?
Technical work. But being able to me and him both being like, you should say it like this for each other's 100% lines
all the time. We'll be like, or I'll say, my word is law, so whatever I say, you have to do. Like
that's what you be saying.
I'm dead ass. Yeah, that's what.
I say I won't continue this song if you don't.
We won't put this shit out if it's.
Hold on, because on that note, I do respect it. Like, you know, if you not fucking with some shit, man, I don't even want to be part of it, bro. I don't want to be part of it, bro. Like, nah, man, that's all you.
About his shit too. That's
why
I be thinking it's so funny, but I be so adamant. I be like, bro, you don't understand because you're so
Bruh.
technical that if you don't simplify this shit right now, he thinks I'm kidding until I stand up.
Bro,
we made a song and I tried to add 2 sounds to the beat after like post production, and he was like, take
bro.
Yeah,
bro. All right, y'all remember when Astroworld dropped? Frank Ocean was on that album. And then the first week that album dropped, I think probably within the first 5 days, Frank Ocean suing Travis Scott for his song on that album because he wasn't mad about being on that album, but the way Travis Scott, I guess, mixed his vocals after he already was like, yeah, bro, we good. He was like, nah, I don't want that. I don't want my voice like that. I don't want my voice like that on the song. Even though I'm like, yeah, I want to be on the song. I don't want my voice like that on the song. So I totally get it, bro. Sometimes it's like, I'm gonna subtract myself. Like you could cook what you want to cook, and we can come back around for something else.
We'll go do something.
You gotta have that artistic integrity for yourself. Like you gotta go hard.
Type shit.
And I'm not just saying it. I only say stuff like that to him because I know he understands what I'm like. He understands what I'm trying to say.
I think you gotta have that camaraderie. You gotta have that relationship.
You can't do that with everybody.
You can't do that with everybody.
But I will like I've said that at studio sessions. I'm like, bro, no.
You know what? You guys know that one product that you guys decide not to work on is not gonna stop the whatever else you guys are gonna do next. It's just like there's one thing I don't want to be part of that.
Part of being in a group is like sacrifice in certain aspects of it. I mean, like any group that I've listened to that was like that I cared enough about to look into like how they work, because that's always been something that's fascinating to me. Like Wu-Tang, like how do these niggas all get into a studio together? They're so different. These are like
niggas started beefing,
like a bunch of alpha male type niggas in the same room making heat. How does that work? And then you all have to listen to this one other nigga, this like spiritual, like you all gotta like. So and it literally comes down to like
it be working though, huh? Like different flows, different. It just be working, huh?
Yeah.
You have to be some type of maestro to hear all that and be like, okay, trust.
To be able to,
like, having that trust in somebody too.
Man, tight.
That's rare. Nobody trusts it right
now. And trying, there's no like harm in trying something. Like if I have an idea and I'm not married to anything that I do, even beats now.
I've recently started to get to that mindset. Like I gotta be married to it. It's how you even said earlier. You gotta put those reps in.
Yeah.
You gotta put the reps in, man.
Like the two, because he heard the 2 that we did this year, the GTG and AM.
Yeah, he did just send that.
And those 2 we did like.
Talking about the latest 2 songs that you just sent.
Yeah, so the AM one is the one where it's like we made it and he was in love with it, and then I was like, yeah, but I feel like it needs like another sound and like an 808, and he was like, nah, this shit. And I sent it to him, and he was like, no. And I thought it would sound better, and I liked it. But the more I listened to it, I could kind of understand where he was coming from, where it's like the simplicity of the song is part of the magic to it, and trying to overcomplicate and add just distracts from what's really going on.
Yeah, it's more trying to like. I love how the back and forth, the camaraderie.
Yeah, it's the one we're going back and forth. Yeah.
But I love how the beat didn't need to
do too much. It didn't need too much. That's it. Sometimes simple be hitting.
Back and forth be the main. You know what I mean? Like when I was listening, I was like, bro, this shit is so, like I could listen to it and smile because you're
like, where my man? Where your head at, bro? Where your head at?
You know, you can sit there and admire your work as if it wasn't your work, as if it was.
All the time.
Looking at it
all the time. For the homies, you gotta do that all the time, bro. All the time.
It's so crazy. I was sitting there, I was like, bro, like this needs nothing.
This needs nothing.
All it needs is the mixing and mastering. That's all it's missing. To that point, we could drop it right now, and that would be.
Because it's not even
too much pepper on the steak. Too much pepper on the steak with the 808.
Yeah, too much pepper on the steak. Yeah.
Niggas start coughing and shit. It ain't season.
Man, nah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What's the next question?
My shit just went out.
We'll finish up with these.
You can pick the next one. You answered a lot of them.
Yeah, we already answered throughout. Like, the banter in this conversation is so genuine that we didn't even have to refer to. But
that's the point, yeah.
For the structure of the pod, we're just gonna do the rapid fire. So we'll ask a couple more. Who are some of your fashion influences? Like
shit.
Like not saying you bite their styles, but you get inspiration. Like, oh, he put this on like that.
Yeah. You want to put some shit on? Damn. So crazy because I feel like me 2 years ago, I would have been naming some directors for real. Me now, bro, I'm not even like, not that I'm not tapped into the fashion shit, but low key though, for me, I think fashion, sometimes, like, yeah, you know, you be online, you trying to grab from some influence and shit. But most people, bro,
you can't say that.
As long as you dressing good,
okay,
bro.
Let me see.
As long as you dressing good, bro.
That Tigger shit.
You got the wallabies on too, though.
Like, hey, I got some vintage shit on. No bullshit. I got a nice little, DIY. My homie Edwin made this hat. Wonder.
Bro, where can I get this shit at?
It's crazy. His shit's so private, bro. He don't even got a website right now.
I get like FOMO whenever I see other niggas wearing it. I'm like, I feel like I should be wearing that shit.
My man is right now. It seems like he in person, and by number. Even the account right now is on private. He moving like Cortez, man. Cortez.
One of his accounts is following me for sure, or at least the one. He has one for himself and then one for his brand, right?
Tight,
so one of his, I think his personal account's following me, and then I'm following his brand's account.
All right. So look, I'll say this.
I need something.
So with the fashion, like the people that I'm looking up to right now, I'll say this. One that always has stuck to me for many years. His name is Brian Giles. He's more than just a fashion designer. Oh, actually, there's Blue Boy actually too. And this was before he blew up. Like no bullshit. Before he blew up, before he did the Sprite BMW shit, right? Before he was in Japan. I'm talking like 3-4 years ago. No, probably 5 when he was doing Adidas. Painting Adidas and selling that shit on Twitter, right? And he worked with what do they call? True Religion. All right, but let me not geek. I don't need to be glazing and shit. But, okay, these few people, like their fashion it's crazy, yes, but it gives minimalist. Like I have found that with fashion, especially in streetwear, bro, wear what the fuck you want. Like how really when motherfuckers be saying that shit, for real, just wear what the fuck you want. Like if you got the swag on you, bro, you know what I mean? Like you don't know how to read a room.
What you wear is how you wear.
It's about how exactly that. Like when you go into a room, niggas going out, right? You don't even have to be having Rick Owens and shit. Now if you want to wear Rick Owens, go ahead do that shit. Some niggas just be dressing different. Kudos. But you don't gotta do all that. I ain't gonna lie. And so for me, in the past year or two, I kind of let that shit go.
I used to look at fashion from like a what brands you're wearing type of shit, like and not even like on some like Supreme or like mainstream shit, but like the more if you know type brands, but that shit can become super culty really fast.
Type shit.
So
you be getting lost in rap, but
you feel weird when you get culty, and then you're like,
bro, your mindset be weird too about fashion when you get into that space.
Yeah, niggas definitely be on some high and mighty shit.
Sometimes
high and mighty shit
about being an artist because you kind of have like that's married to the idea of fashion, married to the idea.
But I'll thrift some shit and it'll look better than a nigga that got that shit on. That's my thing.
But that's what I'm getting to exactly. Like, not even about what the hell you got on. Some like what the brand is. It's about how you wear that shit. Like, yeah, we can all appreciate. I mean,
at its core, fashion is like self-expression. So like it starts there. But funny you name directors because I've been watching hella Robert Eggers interviews. He directed Nosferatu, and that
was a good movie. I seen that movie twice.
Me too.
Ah, nice.
Saw it twice in theaters, but
Willem Dafoe, my favorite character in that movie. My man was
Willem Dafoe. Yeah,
he was off. He was off on, bro.
I liked what the fuck is his name? His little
the main dude.
Nah, his friend.
His friend.
Aaron Taylor Johnson played him.
Oh, and the dude with the glasses who worked at the psych ward.
Nah. The dude who's like, the dude whose family got like fucking murked. His whole family got murked. His wife and his kids and shit.
I wasn't even gonna say all that because
man, fuck this ain't no spoiler free channel, nigga. Y'all better.
Hey, never mind.
Get with the. Hey, look, it's already out in digital.
The fuck out of this movie, bitch.
It's already out on digital, so I'm about to buy it. It's gonna be in my Apple TV.
I should have asked y'all, is it okay to curse?
Yeah, we curse all the time.
I was going crazy. I was going crazy in this bitch. I'm sorry. But
my favorite curse words are bullets and
bro crashed out in this movie. He said, I don't believe the supernatural. Bro, you've been seeing her while out in bed every night for 3 months. You tweaking.
Yeah, he was like the hysteria, the nigga that's like in denial. It's like, oh, this is a plague. Like it's a plague, but it's not
it's
just
induced by something, bro.
Yeah.
And
the visual,
nothing about the movie.
The visual style of that movie, and like just how every scene is, like even how they made the sets for like certain scenes. Like when there's a scene where they're like, where he first goes to the nigga's castle and they're walking up the stairs, and you can see it from the perspective of like there's not a wall there. You can see them walk up the stairs.
I love the shadows. I love
Yes,
everything.
how
bro.
they play with like natural light in the movie is crazy.
Type shit.
Because I think the cinematographer, while I was watching his interview, he was talking about like he approaches it from like a purist standpoint. So all light has to be like not controlled lighting, but whatever you have is what you're working with, and they're using film. So it's just like it's on a whole nother.
A nigga like me, purist. Just
it's more like the lenses was giving off the bluish like hint to like the lighting and shit. Like this shit it's a beautiful film either way.
It is a beautiful film. All right, but the crash out was crazy because Brody lost his family being a non-believer. He pulled up to the grave, you know, he buried his 2 daughters, his wife, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and she was pregnant. So I get it, bro. You lost your whole family. Like, it'll change a man. But my man he opened up that casket and shit. He started whispering in Shorty's ear. And when we come back to him later, and he pans down deep in that motherfucking casket dead too.
Throwing up blood and shit. Like, nigga.
To be caught like that, bro. Love make a nigga do some crazy shit, huh?
Yeah. Not that ass. But yeah, so but yeah, Robert Eggers, the nigga in his interviews been wearing a lot of like just all black, but like a cold wall in certain brands that I appreciate, and just doing it in like a subtle way, and like the ring game that he got is pretty crazy. But
okay, well, we just talking about movies. I forgot.
Please try again in a moment.
The fuck? My bad.
Technology crazy, bro. Technology about to take over.
Okay, so do people often expect you as a freelance creative to work for free / do motherfuckers? Do niggas have issues paying you? Is that like a common theme you run into? What is like,
bro? I love breaking this. It feels like I'm breaking the fourth wall, but I'm looking at these cameras.
Do niggas have an issue paying?
Man, I'm gonna ask y'all that same shit. Let me say something right now. Yes. Yes. When you do something, especially a nigga like me, which is, you know, I have to want. I'll say this. I'm mainly doing photography. If you catch me out on the day-to-day or you catch me at an event, I'll do photography more than anything. And, of course, I'm going to go into the space, capture these moments of, you know, people I consider my friends doing the things they do, or me wanting to showcase the space that we're in, you know, show a good time and whatever, right? But at a certain point, you know, I found you go to these events, and it's crazy because I cut this chunk out of a video I made a while ago. But I was like, nah, niggas don't need to hear a nigga yapping shit about this. But, you know, they asked me, so now we're gonna talk about it.
No, they need to hear this shit.
You know, I go to these spaces as a photographer. It's like, niggas ain't taking photos. Ain't nobody taking photos. And then you go on social media, seeing some shit recording, some shit photo. It's like, bro, you're not even really promoting that you be out here doing this shit. Like, example, I'll give you an example. DJs in this city, right? You go to these DJs, all they got on their feed is shitty iPhone recording, shitty iPhone photos. You know, I'm not saying you always gotta find a photographer, but like, my nigga, you know, care about your craft, right? It's those little pebbles. I mean, like, what do you?
I feel like in our city, a lot of our DJs market themselves the way artists market themselves, so it only would make sense to have that. Like,
not everybody need to be marketing themselves the same way. A graphic designer does not need to be marketing himself like a musician. Y'all niggas are not doing the same shit.
Please listen to this man.
So what I'm saying is, though,
because it's fucked up when we say it. It's a problem.
It's not fucked up. Some niggas just soft. Like, y'all no. Anyways, with the pain shit, like, you know, I'm seeing that these niggas do not have good media, good presentation for their product, the thing they're trying to sell. And like, yeah, right now they getting jobs and they're getting gigs or whatever. And you know, that's gonna help you get more money. But like, bro, you know, locally, and you're seeing that, you know, bro seems like he's not taking the money and feeding into the community, right, of creatives, or even feeding into his resources, like, or they are, right? It could be female, male, like, some of these artists just like, I don't know where the fuck they head at. And so what I have found, though, aside from working with these artists, I'll go to these creative spaces. I'm there, I'm taking photos, me and my friends, we having a good time, people loving this shit. And then I see the event being posted, and it's like, y'all don't got shit because y'all niggas not paying nobody to take photos. And this is really important. You should build a team. What y'all doing? Build a team. Find that person to grab media. Get you a homie, right? Find you a homie. Find a photographer to work with on a regular, not just for the one time. Because when you're working with someone consistently, then you can be like, sit down at a table and be like, look, man, I don't got 120 to pay you, 150 to pay you every time, but I have shit coming up. And you get paid, let's say you get paid 120. But you know you need that content because, you know, bro gonna put in that good work. Hey man, I can slide you 50. Every time I can slide you 50. When you start getting more jobs and better jobs, you can pay more. Bro's gonna see that. They gonna see that. And it's like, oh, we got a machine running. Motherfuckers just want to do. Yeah, I only got 80, bro. I can't do it, or like they see you out, they're not trying to work together, bro. And so what I have found is I had to subtract myself creatively from these spaces. I'll support my homies, I'll be out there, I'll be in the crowd, I'll be having fun.
But you're not taking niggas pictures.
Nigga, I'm not taking niggas pictures, bro. I'm not going to an event, taking a whole photo shoot no more. Like none of that shit. Niggas do not pay. And that's cool. I'm not saying niggas gotta pay me. But either way, they not paying other niggas either. They don't got shit going on. Like outside of the in the room, and sometimes when you go into that room, that should be dead. And again, I'm not here to talk shit. I'm talking about the reality of these creative spaces, at least where we're at here in this city, what I feel like.
It's so crazy when you touch on things that we've been saying behind closed doors to each other. Like you said, find a team.
Find a team,
it's
bro.
hard to find a team when people are so
self-centered and self-driven.
Yeah, because they think, oh well, they don't view it from a let's build together point of view.
They're not seeing it as build together, bro.
They view it from well, you guys are already doing this. Like why? You know what I mean?
Type shit.
Damn, like let's build together by promoting each other. Let's
by promoting
each other,
exactly.
Like, growing. Let's when you post a picture of me, guess who's in the credits? Guess who's getting that look? Guess who's clicking on that picture? Like who took this?
So let me give an example. I have a friend named Tony who we basically started photography around the same time. We've been working together all the time. He helps me sometimes when I need a second shooter, whether it be video photography, whatever. And I've now gotten to that point, and I don't know why I said that. I got to that point where it's like, if I have money, I'm like, hey man, I can slide you this much if you come through, help me out. When before it's like, this is my friend and he gonna help me for free. That's cool, man. Everybody appreciate the homie who's gonna help for free, but the homie not gonna eat for free. Like, no offense. Sometimes you gotta think like, I gotta look out. If they looking out, you gotta look out too. Build that team, build that network. Not everybody gonna have the budget for 150 for 1 hour photo shoot. That's understandable. Man, find you that network. Try to, sit down. That's called having communication. And it's the thing too about the creative space. It's low-key business oriented. You need to have that mentality of
not low-key, it's high-key as fuck.
I'm a grown nigga outside in the wild and I gotta set these meetings up. I gotta set these tables up. It is not even on some high class shit. Just literally being like, hey bro, I want to work together. Like I would love to meet up and we could try to talk something out. And having those conversations like, look, I'm looking for I like your work. I think this, that, and the third. I'm trying to make a team. I think this, that, and the third. Like I could slide you this much around every time I have a project, something coming up. I just want to know that you're gonna be there doing this shit. And over time, when there's more things, you got more money. More money gonna come your way. Motherfuckers don't want to build teams.
You can't teach that mindset.
You can't teach that. And I'm not griping about it like I'm needing that, but these are the things that I'm seeing. And I'm seeing how it's not necessarily benefiting
either party
or even the creative space in general. Because it's not even about the people sometimes, right? I mean, it is, but it's greater than that. It's about that creative space, right? Like what is this city? When niggas be thinking about, oh yeah, this city, I'm repping GR. What niggas doing in here? Yeah, niggas all doing shit, but niggas not moving like a team. When you think about niggas like, oh, in Detroit, niggas in Detroit, they know each other. These rappers, they know each other. They already touring with each other. They already on songs with each other. They connecting each other. Chicago, these rappers, they doing this, that, and the third. I'm not in here repping GR because niggas not doing shit like that.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say. I'm that creative. That creative.
But that's like something. That's like if you're observant and you can see like any team, any like group, posse, collective, whatever you want to call it. Niggas, it's like there's a guy for everything, and yeah, everybody knows what their role is.
Type shit. You can't. I really realize you really can't build everything by yourself, and some people they're gonna find that out.
Yeah, I mean, you lose people by the wayside. We didn't had niggas that we thought were gonna be a part of it that came and went, and it's like it's a part of the growth process.
That will have these conversations with us, tell us what they'll gauge the conversation to see what we're looking for, and then start feeding into what we hear. And then
when it comes
down to it, okay, I'm gonna put this work in based on how much you're
paying me.
But we had this conversation. We understood.
Yeah.
That's the discouraging part of it.
That is very discouraging. That's very true. But that's where it comes to like sometimes it's easier to work with friends at first. It really is because like your homie, y'all gonna see it as a game. Y'all putting each other on type shit. Eventually you're gonna get to the money type shit. When it comes to like someone you meeting for the first time or stranger that you're trying to work with, it's gonna be a little bit of a harder sell for it when y'all don't have that credential of familiarity. And I totally understand it. I really do. But sometimes you gotta look at something and be like, damn, am I gonna complain about not having it or am I gonna build it? I'm not saying that's what y'all doing. I'm just saying like, you know, it's just that's the mindset really. Like, am I going to build it regardless of, you know, it didn't work out with the other person, but you're gonna find motherfuckers in the industry that fuck with you and they're gonna want to help you build.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to.
And my last question for you is, for your YouTube channel, we're gonna plug that in the description below.
Oh, hell yeah.
What are your aspirations? Where do you want to take your YouTube channel?
So the reason I even did that shit, fuck, I don't need to be cursing like that. The reason I even started my channel is I for a long time just wanted to create videos, whether that be damn, bro, the stutter was crazy. Cinematic videos, right? Or talking about photography, or being, you know, informative, or you're just having creative conceptual videos. Mm-hmm. But the YouTube came about because I needed to just create. Sometimes you get so caught up on the, how am I going to do it? It need to look like this. It need to look like that.
Analysis paralysis.
Right, analysis paralysis. I need to have this. I need to wait for this environment. I need to wait for. Nah, man. Sometimes you need to just do. And YouTube, having that channel created and holding myself accountable to, like, you know, produce whatever I want it to be. It doesn't have to be a just regimen of like, these are the only videos I'm gonna post. Like, this is my world. This is my channel. I'm gonna post what the fuck I want. It's because I need to just do. You get tired of hearing yourself being like, I do this, that, and the third, but you're not getting the reps in. And again, I kind of just came from that spectrum where it's like, I know I can do this. I know I have this skill set. I'm not low key using it because I already feel like I'm at this. Like, no, go do what you need to go do that thing. Get the rep in, and that's for me why I got this. That's why I started that YouTube channel, and mainly where I talk about, again, cinematography, photography. Shit, I might be talking about music videos pretty soon here. I got a video I'm plotting on. Just whatever I want it to be about, man. Honestly.
Fuck with that.
So, what we'll have you do for the final couple minutes is plug yourself, plug like your socials, your just wherever I can find you.
Yeah.
We'll also put it in the.
Yeah, shit. I appreciate that one. I'm trying to. My mind's like, do I even remember my social media like tag? It's Cid.
You pull it up on your phone too if you need.
There's some numbers in there that I'm not. I don't remember. So let me see. Yeah, I will say right now, it's not on Facebook. No. I'm not on Snapchat.
Me either. That's
I got Twitter, but my Twitter is some hee hee ha ha shit. My Twitter's not really like work related. Now I do have a work related Twitter. I have not used it. I'm fumbling. But right now, you mainly see my work on Instagram. Instagram Cid X 3 right? Cid the third. I'm not even the third Cid. That's the number I want to give myself. And then you can find me on YouTube on I go by CloneofCid. Currently got 4 videos up. It's kind of all I got really to plug. I don't really be on social media like that.
And then what do you have coming up? Like, what do you have looking forward to?
Oh man, so I love it because I was talking about building community. I bought a Dickies jacket back in November. I'll put you're not Carter don't know. In November. And I'm looking at I'm like, all black jacket. I'm like, this shit kind of boring though. Like, it needs something on it. And I had recently became acquainted with a coworker, and then his brother owns a creative studio here in this city. And I wouldn't say they're up and coming, but I think they've only had a few projects. And so I go, bro, I got this jacket. Like, y'all think y'all could do something on it for me? It don't gotta be for free. Y'all let me know. I want y'all to do something on this jacket because this is what I'm thinking. I have this creative studio this graphic studio do, you know, some shit. I'm gonna hit them up talking about something. Hey, I'm trying to film this. I'm trying to record this. I'm trying to make content. And what? Now I got free. I got something free going on. Where like, okay, I get to record this jacket that I'm not gonna lie, the art's fire. It's inspired by Akira, and also this Japanese artist. I forget their name, but they do a lot of art with androids. So this graphic is gonna be on this jacket. And we're gonna get it done in February. There's gonna be a whole video on it. It's gonna be super cool. I'm gonna interview Los, who's ahead of the studio, and we're gonna really just talk about the process of him printing on this jacket, showcasing this jacket right on some fashion shit because I love fashion. I want to incorporate the things I like into the video making.
Yeah.
So that's something I have going on. I'm super excited about what's gonna happen this month. Well, February.
That's fire. And then the thing I want to end on is, do you have a saying or a quote that you are known for or that you want to be known for? That you want to end with?
I do be saying some shit lately, so I wonder. I wonder. No, I'm trying to.
Like, I am one to speak.
Damn. Ask me the question one more time.
Like, oh, I got you.
Just so my gears can like really.
Nigga,
really
do you have
spin.
a saying or a quote that you want people to know you for, like associate you with?
This is one of those moments where whatever the first thought is, I'm gonna just say it. Right? There's no need to dig that deep. Love your neighbor, whatever that look like to you, right? In the sense of, I think in this time, you know what? No, it's perfect because in this time right now, we're ice outside, Trump going crazy in the White House. You know what I'm saying? Love your neighbor. That means being kind. I don't even mean your literal fucking neighbor, bro. That means when you walk out into the real world and you next to someone on the bus, next to someone in the workspace, wherever the fuck you are, bro, be a good person. Whatever that look like, be a good person that day. Love your neighbor. That's really, that's all I gotta say. Cause
Some Bob Marley shit. I fuck with that.
Cause being kind is gonna get you. Being a good and kind person, genuinely though, I'm not no fake shit. Genuinely, it's gonna bring good people to you. Gonna bring good opportunities. Yeah, love your neighbor.
I fuck with that. And on that note, this has been another episode of The Drive. I'm Bakari.
Wait, y'all got anything on? No, this is y'all podcast. What y'all got going on, bro?
Oh no,
This
is what we got going on.
We got.
Oh, okay, shit. Nothing to plug outside of this right now. Y'all got y'all don't got work that y'all got coming up.
We always got work.
Nah, we ain't do nothing.
Advocate. Okay.
We always got work coming, but nothing that's. We're trying to work on premature announcements.
We had a bad thing with that.
Shit.
So.
Hey, that really be fucking it up. I've been there.
Yeah.
So I've been Bakari.
I'm Jules.
Cid.
And this has been another episode. Oh shit.
Peace, y'all.